Thank you very much. It is indeed not shocking that the ANC has sent the so-called communists to come and argue against one of the fundamental principles of communism. It is the same Communist Party that opposed expropriation of land without compensation. It is the same Communist Party that opposed free education. It is the Communist Party today that is opposing nationalization of banks. It is the Communist Party under Joe Slovo which misled the ANC into adopting sunset clauses because they deployed their people to come and defend the wide interest in the ANC. That's what they are doing. And we are not shocked that these people have come and repeated exactly what we suspect them of. We must make it very clear that all of you who come here to give us examples of the banks that were nationalized and collapsed, you use African states and indirectly trying to create an impression that it is black African governments which cannot run complex institutions like banks. But you don't tell us that we were in a crisis which costed the world more than $200 billion because of the banks. When we went into a recession, it was the banks, and those banks were not owned by the state. They were privately owned. So who said private ownership is inherently progressive and successful? There are many examples of private ownership which have failed in the banking sector. None of you gave example of those because they are white run and therefore white people can never be wrong. The state is black run and therefore cannot be relied upon. Who collapsed African Bank? African Bank was not state run. It was privately run, yet it still collapsed. So it is incorrect to suggest that everything else that is black run is going to fail. We must say to the ANC that the so-called radical economic transformation is just a lip service. You don't mean anything. We agree entirely that to nationalize under you will be the most dangerous thing to do. But we bring these motions here to expose your inconsistency. You and DA agree on ideological strategic issues. We agree with them on immediate technical issues. But the future, you are together. You are saying apartheid legacy must continue to be there through the policies which are not aiming at tampering with ownership of the means of production. If you were not ideologically in the same WhatsApp group with DA, you would have stood here and denounced the ownership of strategic means of production by the white few. We don't expect the DA to agree with us because we know that nationalizing the banks will be to take from white privilege and redistribute the wealth amongst our people. They will never agree with that because they defend white privilege. So you have joined them. You have always been part of them in defense of white privilege. We want to support black entrepreneurs. We want to support rural women. We want to support mine workers. We want to support township industrial development. It can only happen under nationalization of banks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.